Yeah, good evening, everybody. It's the old redneck. It's Sunday, February 10th. It is 7:30 at night. And I just don't know. Anybody paying attention to what's going on with all the local politics and nationwide politics and all this crap? I mean, every time you turn around, there's some entertainer or somebody else complaining about this that Trump does or his administration or whatever, how great the Democrats are. Well, I think they're both all wrong, to be honest with you. I mean, let's look at the state of the country. People are spending more time trying to fight over which politician is right than paying attention to what's going on behind them. And you got that whack job from New York that wants to turn the whole country socialist. And you got that Muslim from Minnesota that seems to think she can say anything she wants about anybody. Nobody's supposed to say anything about her. And if people haven't realized by now, they're losing rights. Just look at your Twitterverse. If you're a liberal, you can say anything you want. If you're a Democrat, you can say anything you want. If you're a Republican or a conservative, pretty much you're going to get shut down. You know, what you say doesn't matter. It doesn't fit with their programming. So, I don't know. Country's going to hell in a basket. These youngsters all seem to think everything's owed to them. They don't have to do anything. You criticize them for it, they go pouting into a corner. I'm not going to do it. Buy me this, buy me that, buy me this. You know. And then you got the Bernie Sanders crowd, which Cortez is part of, that wants to give everybody everything for nothing. Dun, 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 everything's free. That hasn't worked very well in any other country that's tried it. What makes you think it's going to work here? Now, my elders that have passed on by now, ones that proudly served our country in World War I, World War II, various other wars, conflicts, would be rolling in their graves right now if they saw the crap that's coming out of Washington and the state capitals all around the United States. If I'm wrong, tell me so. But it seems awful strange. A guy can be criticized for something he did 30 years ago in high school. You know, nobody's taken into consideration whether he's changed or not, or what was the norm then or not. All that stuff. Whether it be something simple as blackface or, you know, making a comment about a woman. You know, I see the day coming here real quick to where we will have nobody that can stand office because of the fact they did something when they were 2 years old. You know, they threw a rock at little Joey. They didn't give their bicycle to their best friend. They didn't eat their vegetables. Well, they must be punished for that for the rest of their life. It's getting crazier and crazier. Whatever happened to common sense, human decency, any of that crap? Does anybody even know the definition of those words? now got the Twitterverse and the Skype world and the internet and everything else, and whatever everybody sees on there is true. Da da da. It has to be true. It's on the internet. You got the mainstream media feeding you pablum, whatever they want to feed you. You got the alternative news telling you their version of it. How many different ways can you spin a certain story to affect the crowds you want to affect? I just don't know. You got the politicians in Congress and the Senate. Most of them have been there since Christ was a child. And they don't, you play hell getting them out of there. You know? They don't think for themselves. Half of them don't read the damn bills they vote for to sign. Remember Obamacare? Well, we have to pass the bill before we can read it. So they're going to go in and buy a car and sign the contract without even reading it. That's basically what they did to the American people. What do they care? They don't have to pay for it. I had the lovely joy of buying medicine for my wife for the last 12 years. Medicines that were one price before Obamacare tripled in price after Obamacare. Now, that makes no sense to me. They were still in the pipeline. So you tell me who's feeding the bills. Now I heard a rumor that somebody wants to get rid of methane gas by getting rid of the cows and all that crap. That's bullshit, you know. That's a fly-by-night pipe dream by Cortez or whatever her name is. The wingnut from New York. If there was ever proof that there was a city crazier than the Bay Area in California, it's got to be New York. I don't understand why she got elected. She's a fucking nut job, in my opinion. She says what she wants to say and has no proof to back it up, no facts, no figures, no nothing. And when she does a typical politician thing, when you catch her in the corner and you're trying to get an answer out of her, oh, I got a meeting to go to. You know. So, and then you go to the State of the Union address. I didn't watch it. I caught the highlights of it. One thing I noticed, for people who don't recall or haven't bothered to check history, you got the Ku Klux Klan, who's made a reputation out of wearing white. Well, it's kind of fitting that all the Democratic women wore white at the State of the Union, since the Democratic Party is the one that started the Ku Klux Klan. You know, I'm not the smartest individual in the world, but I'm not the dumbest either. I think we all need to wake up, smell the cow shit that's being fed to us, and do something about it. Not exactly sure what we can do at this late date that doesn't incur some sort of violence or things like that, which I do not wish on anyone. But damn it, we got to get our country back on the straight and narrow. Looking at our politicians, the way they're all acting, both parties, we are the laughing stock of the world. Barnum and Bailey's three-ring circus had nothing in our Congress, or our Senate, or our state houses. People are so damn determined they're going to find something to be offended about everybody, that they'll waste numerous man hours going through every bit of their life, every yearbook of their schools, every paper they might have wrote, or every rumor they might have heard, and they're going to try to destroy everybody. But these people that are trying to do all that, you have to ask yourself one question. Could they handle that same scrutiny in their own life? These people are making a big deal out of that governor in Virginia for his, the fact that the people at his school did blackface in the yearbook. The people that are making a big deal out of it, have they never done anything they might have been ashamed of or wish they hadn't done? Or are they just sitting back thinking, oh, I'm just pure as the driven snow. Jesus has nothing on me. I can say what I want. I'm a holy roller. All I'm saying, folks, the ones that watch this, before you start criticizing the person next to you or the person you're trying to take down, take a look at your own life. Is there anything in your life that can be used against you for the rest of your life? Have there been anything you've said that might be construed to be against gays or people of another race or religion that might come back and bite you in the hindquarters? I mean, look at that actor Rob Lowe. He belongs to a church that doesn't believe in LGBTs. I think that's the gay lesbian community. And he just got criticized up and down the Twitterverse because of that. So now you're going to go after the people because of the church they don't belong to. Oh, so we all have to bow down and pray to the guy with the, the confused mind or whatever. And no, before you say I'm against gays and lesbians, I'm not. I personally don't give a rat's ass who they fuck. Don't push it on me. If you're an adult, you have the right to make your own choice. That doesn't mean you have the right to cram it down my throat. And if people don't like it, too damn bad. This country was made on the values of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Well, I don't see very much life going on. I don't see very much pursuit of happiness, and I damn sure don't see much liberty going on. You got the whole goddamn country walking on eggshells. Who's going to get offended about what now? You got CNN, NBC, ABC, all these other alphabet soup news organizations looking for something that they can throw up there to get everybody riled up. When's the last time you turned on the news and heard a good news story? Or something good had happened? Somebody had done something decent? There is stuff out there that gets done decently. There are people that do things out of the kindness of their heart. You'll never hear about it on the mainstream news. Well, that's my rant for today. Whether you agree or you don't, I thank you for listening if you did. If you want to make a comment, you can comment below. If you want to send me a nasty email or any other kind of email, you can do it to redneckrebel1956@gmail.com. All I ask is that the people that are listening to this find a way to help support the returning veterans. They stood the wall for us, so we have the right to act as stupid as we want to be. And you got some still over their seas, all around the world, still standing that wall. The veterans that are coming back need a hand up, not a handout. Help them get back into this craziness we call civilian life. That's all I gotta say. This is the old redneck. We're out. Bye.